Hey guys, Jeff here, Dice Setters. I will be in Vegas this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you want to meet up or have me watch your throw or go to Casino Quest, whatever, just sit there and hit me up. It's going to be dicesetters@gmail.com. Or you can find me on Facebook, same thing. It'll be Dice Setters. We have Turbo who wants to play craps. So this is the setup I just got done playing. I wanted to show you guys. I won't sit there and do it, but this is what we're looking at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times I hit the horn numbers. That should be up there. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And the 9 came out one time, the 8 came out one time, and the 6 came out twice. I was using my favorite die set, which is the 1-2, 2-1, and that's the way it will look facing you. It was on last week's video. I first put $100 there, 102 here, 102 here, and I had 19 here. The reason why I had 19 here for is because if the 6 or 8 hits, it's 119. I'll lose the 19, I'll profit the 100. So that's what I did. As soon as I hit a 5, a 6, or an 8, I took them down to 60, and then I put just $10 in the field. But this is what my profit is after rolling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $700 profit, almost 800. So can't go wrong with that. On my initial, when I first start, I put a quarter up on the world bet, and it's not a quarter like a 25-cent piece. It's like a quarter like $25. I put a quarter on the world bet, and if you hit it, you just keep on placing that quarter. That's a big win right there. So if your craps table does not have the all tall small, learn to throw a horn number. And when you're starting off with the come out roll, put $5 on the world bet. It's in multiples of 5, 5, 10, 15. I put 25. If I know I'm going to hit it, I'll put more. Why not? Because it's going to be 30 to 1. So you have the amount that you have on each one. Hopefully you won't hit a 3 or 11. Hopefully you'll hit midnight or 2. That'll be definitely a big boost in your profit. So easy to do. I wanted to show you something that's really cool. I've always liked the Bonethrower. He got upset too much at the people on YouTube, and I get it. I get the negativity and stuff like that. But that got to him, and that's the reason how come he's on Patreon. But he had this one that's called the Gunslinger. I tried to roll this thing for like months. I think I might have it. I tried it maybe 2 years ago. That's right around when COVID started to hit. And after COVID, after Vegas closed down and came back up, I was throwing this at New York. And people were giving me very strange looks when I was throwing this. So I wanted to show you this. I've tried it many ways, but perhaps his way is the best way. So we'll see what happens. I'll just leave this here. I'll move this out of the way so that we can count our rolls. Our puck is off. We don't have a world bet, and we have no horn numbers. So this one roll is called the Gunslinger. And he does it different ways, but the one way that he does show it is that's the way it'll look toward you. 6-4, 6-4. You are rolling a hardway set. Hardway sets are hard to control. The reason being because if one goes this way and one goes that way, you have a 7. Another reason why is because if that goes that way, you have a 7. So definitely a hard one, to do. But I will show it to you. I've had pretty good luck with it. The only thing I don't like about it is that at times the dice will stick in your fingers. So you're going to pull it off the table and you're going to throw horizontally with the table. I mean, you can really crack back and go and launch it, but I wouldn't do that. If they get stuck in your fingers, they will tend to soar. So you don't want that either. It's going to be a hard 6. We'll put $1 there because that's our come out roll. I know I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I don't think, as long as it's all your bankroll, it's truly what you think you want to do. But if you have extra money, $4 or even $8, tell the dealer you want to sit there and do the hard ways, and then you want to sit there and give them hard ways as well. So the dealer's going to sit there and do one for the dealers and do one for you as well. And when you hit the hard ways, don't take the money. Tell them to parlay it. That's what you want to do. So let's say we sat there and just rolled the 6. Let's say it was on, it was working during the come out roll. So this pays 9 to 1. Well, we have $1 for us and we have $1 for the dealer. So the dealer, if this was on, he would take his money and he would sit there and add $9 to it. And then he would sit there and try to pay you. But then you say, no, don't pay me. Parlay it. So then they're going to sit there and take your $1 extra, switch that to a 5, and now you have $10 on a hard way. So if I can repeat that, it's going to sit there and pay me $90. So you risked $4, and now you have a chance to do $90. That's pretty good odds. But we've got to make that $90. That's the kicker. We've got to actually do it. But you understand how $4 can easily multiply by just letting it ride. That is not the dice set I need. Let's try this again. And you can see how your fingers can get kind of sticky. It's going to be a 3. The hardest part to do that roll is the landing, just because your fingers do get caught. So I try to roll it lower, and when it doesn't get caught, I end up rolling the dice all the way down the table. That's not what we want to do. We don't want to roll the dice down the table. I was going to say there's going to be some white chips around here somewhere. That's a 5. The Bonethrower says you can also throw the dice in line as well. I was trying that. I just can't. It's going to be a 3. I've come to realize that they're not all dice sets everyone can do. My favorite dice set probably is not your favorite dice set, and that's okay. I'm good with it. Oops. Everyone in the video is going, Jeff, you're doing the wrong dice set. Let's try this again. That one was kind of a roller, a low roller. Hard 8. Again, we would have gotten paid on that, and then we would have parlayed it. Ooh, that was awful. There goes that one right there. I was watching this guy roll, and his table was absolutely fantastic. His table was beautiful. You'd almost expect this table to be at Liberace's house. It was far better than any table I've ever seen, as far as like the Venetian, MGM. Caesar, you name all the high places, this table was nice. And he had this beautiful table. And he was doing a strategy. And the strategy was done by Wayland's Craps. Something like that. And the guy could roll like no tomorrow. Beautiful rolling. And he had $100 on 10, $100 on 9, $100 on 5, and $100 on 4. And he would set it up, that's the way it was on the come out roll. And then he would roll, and after the roll, he would sit there and put another 100 on 4, 100 on 5, 100 on 9, 100 on 10. And the very next roll, he hit a 6. Of course, there's no money on 6. And then he hit another 6. And it was, he rolled a lot of 6s and 8s. Lots of 6s and 8s. At the end of the video, he made $1,850. Not bad. Fantastic. But you have a lot of money exposed. I try my hardest not to have a lot of money exposed. But the other thing I try to do is I try to do a dice strategy that matches my strategy. If I put $1,000 on 10, I better sit there and make 10 my number. But if I put $1,000 on 10 and keep on hitting 8s and hit the 10 once in a while, you'd sit there and say, why don't you put your money on 8 because you're rolling 8s. And that's what I did. I made a comment. I made a comment underneath Dice Setters, and I sat there and said, number 1, your table is absolutely incredible. Number 2, fantastic roller. He rolls better than I do. Number 3, I sat there and said, why don't you sit there and do the strategy, move the 9 to the 8, move the 4 to the 6, and add $2 more to it so you have 102 on 6 and 8. I got a thumbs up from that guy who did it. And his dice channel is Dice Setters for Life. I got a heart for it, and I was not dissing the guy whatsoever. I was like, kudos, you can throw like that. Man, I can. Fantastic. But then the guy who did the strategy, he started getting mad because I sat there and said, you had wasted rolls. And he did. He rolled the 6 and the 8 13 times. There was no money on the 6 and 8. I'm going to have this one policy only. I will never ever sit there and comment on anyone else's video. I might do it with my own name, but not Dice Setter's name. I thought I was doing the right thing. I commented, great thrower, great table, move it just a hair. People do that to me all the time. And I sit there and back and I look at the video, I'm like, yeah, they were absolutely right. Yeah, you were right. I should have had my money there. Thanks. Give you a thumbs up, give you a little heart, I don't know. But for those of you that have craps channels and you sit there and say, how come he never messaged me? Or how come he never likes it? That's the reason why. Never again. Because I don't want to do these videos where I'm sitting there apologizing for nothing. I don't know. That's all I can say. Like, share, subscribe. We're just kind of right around 666. Today I think it's around 670. Can we sit there and pull it out of the 666 range? Kinda, maybe, perhaps. If you didn't like this video, there's like 105 other ones you can try. And I do have a Facebook page. If you have anything going on craps around Arizona, feel free to post it. One person, like an hour ago, posted about trying to meet up in Arizona. No, it wasn't. It was in Vegas. It was in Vegas. It's on the last video. But do that. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. The more people that we can sit there and congregate and going to to these casinos and playing together, my wallet's going to be bigger. I imagine your wallet's going to be bigger. I mean, you can imagine having all dice setters on the table. That'd be fantastic. Why not? It'd be cool. We can just, we'll have our own table. Anyhow, like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. I'm in Vegas this weekend. Check me out. Later.